8 minutes to go. Oh my god.
in the ignition. All the cops were buzzing from somebody's bad decision. Call everyone you know, we found the evidence. Just don't let them see you when you jump across the fence. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. You can holler at the moon, go splashing in the creek. You can get as rowdy as you damn near wanna be. We don't build a bonfire, we don't need that attention. Ain't nobody driving home, not in our condition. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. We parked it over here, we parked it over there. We parked it in the barn, yeah, we parked it everywhere. The party went on all night long, till all the beer was gone. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, let's keep your mouth shut. Man, we're
I can't believe it.
there's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. Somebody stole a beer truck. I'll back it on up. Somebody stole a beer truck.
Team, I messed it up. I can't believe, right? I messed the intro up. I had it perfect. Anyway, that's life. It's Saturday, you crazy sons of people. What's going on? You don't usually see me on a Saturday night, do you? Here we are, in one room. Does everybody like the new Fred Holo thumbnail? How cool does Fred look right now? It puts my aviators to shame. Oh my god, look at him in his plane. A freaking legend. Like, dude. We could totally do with Fred to fly us to the Holo yacht. Oh, such a good idea. We could have a Holo yacht and a Holo plane. We could have Vanaleswerd and his newly wedded wife to drive the Holo yacht, or to navigate the Holo yacht. And then we could have Fred flying backwards and forwards. But we're not allowed to stop. We have to skydive out of his plane and parachute onto the freaking Holo yacht. That would be so awesome. I can just see it happening now. I would totally skydive onto the Holo yacht. Yes. Okay, team. What is going on? Who the frick have we got in the house tonight? Starting with first one into the live chat, Vanaleswa, followed by Tiago Wen Lambo, Martin Hannock, Fred Holo, the legend of this evening, Ernova. What's going on, Ernova? We got Jim Lee in the house. Jordi Manohoto is in the freaking house, number 7. Whew, it's going to be a good night tonight. Wissam K, what's going on? TJ, haven't seen TJ for a while. George Bethune, Sonny Setter is back in the house. Adnel Hekik saying, what's the counter? Counted down to the freaking beer truck, of course. Radium is back in. Stephen Brio, what's going on, Steve? Oh my gosh, is that everybody? I think that's everybody that's chatting in the live chat. Yes, TJ, you can serve the drinks. Ah, dear. George, what's going on with the haircut? I had a fight with a lawnmower and lost. I was getting too hot, so I went into the barbers and was like, can you literally just give me like the craziest summer haircut going? So I went to a Turkish barber's. Oh my God, did he shave it short? Look, there's like literally nothing. He went to town on my hair. I was like, ooh, that's pretty short. Fair enough. It's fine. We live in like Mad Max world anyway, wearing masks, so I might as well look a bit like Mad Max. Mad Max? Mad Max. So Fred, parachuting with the Holo logo on the parachutes, yes. Jordy's in for a skydive. I can wash the glasses. Oh dear. Wissam K, that's the legend's haircut, Johnny. Get in. Loving it. It is pretty sharp, like it's probably the shortest I've been in such a long time. Anyway, enough of that. Happy Saturday, people. It's great to see you. I think my daughter is fast asleep. If she does wake up, then I will have to run off for 30 seconds to try and get her back to sleep, but it's fine. I think she's asleep now. Let's just start with, of course, Bitcoin. We have to, because Bitcoin being the dominant manipulator right now. Well, it's not Bitcoin's fault, it's the whale's fault. All right, there is two lines that we need to have a look at. First one is your 42,000, which is our upper line. And then the lower line, which is going to be quite scary for you, but I'm going to say it tonight, is 22,000. And you're like, what? What? I thought I was following the Wyckoff accumulation. Yes, we are, but there is a devil's advocate to it. I was scuba diving today and I saw a pattern and I had to bring it to you straight away. Okay, and it's pretty interesting to see if I go into the daily. My Twitter is going crazy today. Absolutely crazy. Okay. So, what we're seeing here is this is a descending triangle and it comes in from the top down, which isn't great because a descending triangle always means that we're looking at something quite bearish, and it's here. Okay, so please be aware that even though we are still going to be bullish, there is a possibility that we could see a bearish momentum, and that bearish momentum could take us to that 22,000. All right, if it doesn't, then we're still playing with the Wyckoff. The great thing is, team, I don't want to scare you, we are still following the freaking Wyckoff pattern, and we are well into our phase C pattern now, like what everybody's saying. This, you can find this work absolutely anywhere. People are posting it left, right and center now, which shows the spring followed by the rise to the upside, and now we've got another retracement back a little bit higher than before, which is exactly what the Wyckoff should look like. If I can bring it up, there it is. So we've now completed the spring. We've now come back up and retesting and back on that down. So we're about halfway to 3/4 of the way of phase C of the Wyckoff accumulation phase. You've really got to familiarize yourself with this now because it is getting quite scary. It's getting to the point where if this plays out, oh my gosh, us hodlers have waited that freaking long. It is time to fly. And like Van Les was said, July, and it's time to fly. It's historically done it for the last 2 bull cycles. In July, we've just gone mental. So for this to not happen this year would be extremely, extremely unique, new, different. Pretty much everything all rolled into one. It's just going to be not like any other year. But this year is not like any other year, is it? We've got Bitcoin that's now becoming currency. That didn't happen before or the previous. We've also had COVID. So that's never happened during a cryptocurrency cycle. What's going on with my brain tonight? Those lines are not damages on your phone or your TV screen, by the way. I did them blue for that very reason, seeing if anyone would pick up. But anyway, there we go. So 20k Bitcoin means cheap. Holo, I will be stacking big time. Yes, we all will be stacking. I've stacked up as much as I could possibly stack up at the moment. I will have to start breaking into other funds if we see another dive down, but I'll have to go for it. Like, I'm in it. So, yeah. Let's just go to this curve that everybody's talking about. I'm not prepared for the curve, but it's fine. We can talk about it. So look at all the work that we've done on Bitcoin now. It's just amazing. So there is this curve that everybody's talking about, which is the 17-year curve, which comes up like this, and they reckon it bends up here, which would mean the end of the 2021 bull cycle at 60,000. So that's what they're saying, some of the experts. But in relation to all of the work that's been done, now they're saying, actually, it kind of shouldn't really look like that. It should now look, if we do get that breakout, it's going to look something ridiculous, like straight up to the top and then across. So the next bull cycle could actually be even more crazy. Not confirmed, obviously, until we get the breakout of that 17-year resistance, which is, I'm not drawing you a very good line. This one, it's a very, very hard resistance line because it reached the top of 2013 bull cycle, 2017. So that's what they're going on. They could be completely wrong, but I'm still sticking with a 230,000 Bitcoin. I have to. All right, I've already set in stone in my head where I think Bitcoin's going to, where I think HOT is going to, not Holo Fuel, we'll come to that later, but where HOT is going to in this bull cycle. Still bullish for 20 cent, still bullish for a 230,000 Bitcoin. It has to, right? This accumulation pattern, which was created by Richard Wyckoff a long, long freaking time ago, how can it not seriously take off now? So looking at HOT is cooling off and it's starting to create this kind of sideways momentum. The weekly doesn't look great, but when we do look at the daily, we are having now this baseline. We always say the longer the base, the higher in space. We have stayed bouncing along this blue line for such a long freaking time, which is the 200 EMA, and we broke down due to the Wyckoff accumulation. It's nothing else to do other than manipulation that's going on with the whales. So we've hit now this 0.004 bounced up and now bouncing along the 0.0055 mark, which feels like we've been there for an absolute eternity. Those of you that bought that 0.004, well done, because you do have now room to play when we go to the upside. We are still bullish for the 1st of July, which could break us through nicely and take us to the upside. Things are freaking designed by these whales, so don't get upset at the facts that it's just like it's going sideways. It's all planned out and designed, hence why we can have this freaking bad boy and kind of figure out where we are along the accumulation pattern. So there is two sides to it. There is the bullish scenario, which is up to 42k, or there is the bearish scenario, which is down to 22k. Every time Bitcoin touches this bottom line, it gets weaker and weaker in terms of trying to break downwards. So we've hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, as opposed to 1, 2 times on the top. So the top side technically is stronger. So the bulls are stronger than the bears, which proves again that we are being held back by the freaking whales. We did say 2 days ago that I expect some more downward momentum, which is what we got yesterday. And then today we should see some rise back to the upside. We do have tomorrow, which is Sunday. Could be a Sunday dump, but I don't think it will be a massive dump because look how low the relative strength index is. So if something happens tonight whilst we're all asleep and see some crazy rise to the upside, then great. Sunday, it's got room to come back down. It's not going to happen in 24 hours. All right, we might actually see some sideways action. This might not actually be the bottom yet. We might still have to come down, which would make tomorrow this kind of red triangle maybe here. Red triangle? Red candle here. And then Monday we rise. So it's all about staying chill. Just staying chill for the next few days. If we do break down below the spring line, which is 28,800, I think it was. I'm sure it was 28,800. Then maybe you want to think about dropping your positions and coming in at that lower price of 22,000 because that's probably where it will go, team. And that's probably what I'll look at doing. If it gets that 28,800, I'm going to keep a very close eye on it. But I can't see it happening because look at the relative strength index on the daily. How can it go that low with an RSI that freaking low? It could happen as a short wick, which is great on the 1 hour because you could absolutely capitalize your holdings. And if, for example, hot goes to 0.5 to 0.3, you could accumulate more hot, but that's trading. If you are not comfortable with trading, seriously, don't even think about doing it. All right, team, because it could actually bite you in the backside. But if you do have that real drive to try and get more hot, then there could be an opportunity for you there to temporarily sell your tokens and buy back in at a lower price. Not financial advice. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you are a gambler at this point and thinking, well, that spring was not the spring that we anticipated, and the spring was 22,000, there's an option. So George is saying he doesn't trade. Honestly, if you don't know how to trade or you don't want to get into trading, you are far better off hodling, seriously, and buying the freaking dips. There is no other, there's no other option. The Watcher 1998 just flew in. What's going on? What have I missed in the chats? George Bethune. Johnny said, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Wales want their entry price to do. Hot stuff. Oh, Steve, what's going on? Good to see you. Nearly over relax, 180k in it. Might be 240. Hot stuff, be fuel. What do you think about hot, Steve? Oh, no, that's not going to be crypto. This is great. This is great chat going on. I ain't got a clue what you're all chatting about, but you're all chatting. I think the fact that so many apps are popping up and using Holo, it's really going to fly in 2022. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, it really is. Including the Holo Sale Tech Inc. Oh my gosh, which Air Nova brought to my attention, and I was just like, dude, seriously, I've got my children. There's absolutely no chance I can talk about this. And he's like, just freaking read it. Seriously, Johnny Stang, just read it. I read it and I was like, ooh, my brain just exploded. So we're going to go through Holo Sale Tech Inc. very, very shortly once we've got through the Bitcoin and the Holo discussions. Who did say that? Was it? I think was it Jordan that said it? In Austria, we hodl and we yodel. Oh dear. Much less stress, Holden. Yes, you are right. TJ tried trading, lost. Yes. Yeah, I knew it was Johnny that said it. The hodler and the yodeler. Oh dear. Yeah, what's this football game all about? Who's like, they're talking about Bale and Ramsey. And I was like, Bale sounds like Bane. So maybe Bane and Gordon Ramsay playing football. What about the tweet about Holo Beta? Beta is going to happen. We know about it. Dev team has already released the information. We went through the Dev 96 before a few days ago. I know it's just being retweeted today. Fine, Van Lesso, we'll freaking go through it. Oh my gosh. Ah, brilliant. I'm cooking supper. 3 kids running around. Gareth Bale, never heard of him. If someone had a gun to my head and said, can you name a football player? That bullet would go through my head, unfortunately. I'd probably say something like Peter Schmeichel or Ryan Giggs. That's about my level of knowledge of football. Oh my gosh. Yes, Vanna Leswer is now married. What's George said? How was the wedding? George, it was great. She said yes. I am glad that your wife said yes, Van Leswer. Congratulations. That is great. Awesome. Okay, so at the minute, Bitcoin is nicely following these prediction lines that I put in that do follow the Wyckoff accumulation pattern, which looks great. All right, we are going to get maybe dropping down below the line. It's not exact science. Let's have a look at hot. That would nice. That would be nice for our breakout line on the round about the 1st of July. Gosh, that was some crazy windy pops right there. Okay, relative strength index on the 1 hour. Nicely halfway, which is like what we like to see with hot. That's where it likes to be. On the 15-minute, slightly higher than we'd like it to be, but nicely following the 0.55 line, which makes me feel very comfortable. The 0.55 is our friend. So let's just carry on hoping that we're going to stay around this line. And then if Bitcoin does have a rise, which it is 0.22% up today, which is great. Hot is now 0%. Up or down, it is just neutral. So we are sat waiting for Bitcoin to do something, obviously. Where do we think hot is going to go? Well, after this Wyckoff accumulation, I think we'll be back at that 1 cent mark in no time. It was nice to be back at that 1 cent mark. When was it? It wasn't that long ago, actually, when we was back at that 1 cent. 26th. Gosh, really? Was it the 26th of May? Oh my gosh. Was it a whole month ago when it was back to that 1 cent? Doesn't time fly when we're having fun? Seriously. So we're coming out of this nightmare by the looks of it. But please be aware of that descending triangle, which is bearish. So there is sadly 2 scenarios, but most people are thinking it's going to be a bullish July. It always has been a bullish July, so it should continue to be one. Okay. Right, where's my Twitter gone? Bringing up the Twitter. Right. Right then. So here's a behind the scenes look at the peer-to-peer conversation happening in Cardano, Holochain, application running on 2 devices communicating over the internet using a remote proxy. You can see it may look like a small step, but we are stoked to see this happen. Look at all this crazy stuff that's happening, team. He says hello and press send. And then he's got it on that computer. There it is. Holochain is alive and kicking. This is freaking magical. All right. It just shows you like the baby steps that we are taking with Holochain. But look how great this is becoming. So some magic that's happening right now in the Holo department. Right, let's go to Holo. Right, there's an update from 17 hours ago, which was yesterday. We reached out to our pre-release testers so that we could add their Holo port to an upcoming test. Damn, boy. The intention is to move 100 Holo ports into our staging environment and run a manual test of hosted elemental chat. Get a big Texas smile on my face. One of our intentions is to validate regular use patterns in the host environment against our automated load tests. The Holo dev team moved back to an earlier Holochain build after the Wissam K leak was identified upstream last week. We call it the Wissam K because it's better than the WASMA. A combination of updates that were made across the Holo infrastructure and the elemental chat DNA seem to have addressed many of the reliable issues encountered in earlier tests. So we are proceeding with community testing again. Here is the plan. Identify Holo ports that will be used in the test. Run checks on each Holo port's network connection and accessibility. Ensure Holo ports are configured and updated with the latest HPOS settings and have Elemental Chat app installed. And team testing. Valid joining codes sent to pre-release testers. Little by little. Begin chatting on hosted Elemental Chat. So, this is kicking off. It's going crazy. So really excited with the updates that's happening. And yeah, Jordy, huge step towards beta. Massive step. It's just, yeah, it's just so freaking exciting, team. And then we've also got Nova with his mega freaking update, which is this Holo Sale Technologies. Oh my god, team, when you start understanding this, you are going to be freaking blown away. So this company is using the Holochain platform in order to have this peer-to-peer decentralized technology where ships, shipping containers, there's data from the ship, everything can be tracked and logged real time. Like real time. Not just the people who own the ships, but people who have containers on the ship can real time track their shipping containers. So they know where they are anywhere in the world. So if you imagine, certainly in Hull, there's a huge port where they have massive containers, and companies will have hundreds of thousands of these containers, and they can access all this data from one source. If we go to news and events, there is a picture. Where's this picture that literally made me so excited? This one here. So showing the actual menu, as it were. So giving the ship ID, ship type, container ship, what it's doing, it's going en route to port. Destination is Singapore, and then you can click on the view ship details, and there's the freaking ship details. It even tells you how much freaking fuel is remaining. How cool is this? So it's a really incredible piece of technology that it's never been achieved before. It is incredibly safe because it's not using blockchain technology. It's using the node technology of Holochain. So hacking is pretty much impossible. I mean, this is the research that I've done in about 40 minutes because Nova told me about it. It was about an hour before I came live. So we're going to be talking a lot more about this. A heck of a lot more about it. But seriously, this is one that you really need to get on board with. So from my understanding, it's going to be big companies to start with, shipping companies, people who own containers. And then is that going to be extended to the point where you buy something, say on Amazon, and you can see real time where that product is? Say if you bought it from China, you can see it floating in the sea, heading towards your ports. Like, how far is this technology going to go? So, yeah, pretty cool piece of kit. There are videos on here which tell you about how the technology works. And yeah, and how they set up their payment systems. But it has unmatched cybersecurity. They're currently GDPR compliant as well. It sounds freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. The shipping thing is great, isn't it? Similar to VeChain. Yeah, but VeChain's a blockchain. Holochain isn't. So if there is a kind of... It's doing stuff that blockchain cannot do, basically, which is if it is attacked, it switches off a node and still carries on running. If a blockchain is attacked, the whole process has to stop. This thing is fluid. It's 10,000 times faster. It's freaking incredible, and you really need to look at it. And it's Holochain Technologies Incorporation. I'm going to learn so much more about it. There is videos. Is there videos we can actually watch? I think we could actually watch this.
Controlled, smart, practical, affordable, fast, and advanced automation from a phone or tablet. Holochain Technologies has redefined automation. Imagine the efficiency of easy access to remote control of all your equipment and assets from anywhere, at any time, on your phone. Holochain Technology combined with Holochain gives you the freedom and control of every critical aspect of terminal operations, fast and easy, with no cloud fees, no tech support charges, and complete control over your manifests and goods. Instant digital standardization can be incorporated with our patented use of a combination of advanced technologies, bills of lading, bookings, and payments all in nanoseconds, efficient vessel stowage, terminal planning, production monitoring, with no mistakes or human error with our AI. We even have the capacity to be used as a regional or global port community system immediately. There is no need for expensive smart containers. Our patented hardware is easy to install, non-aggressive, and retrofits any type of container. We are globally deployable with the best security technology can offer. Sail into the future with Holosail Technologies.
That guy's voice is just like so awesome. But yeah, there is lots and lots of videos on here. There was one that really explained it, but I can't find it just now, which is a real shame. But one to really watch, because this is freaking awesome for Holochain. Can you imagine? I don't think you understand the scalability of this. This company has been running for quite a long time. Nova said, I think around about 20 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they have masses and masses of ships. And they'll be using this technology worldwide. So just think about that app in terms of the value of Holo Fuel. For us, we are investors. So this being part of Holochain, could this boost the price of Holo Fuel up to levels that I dread to think. If companies like this are coming into Holochain, it's bigger than I ever imagined. Bigger than I ever imagined. Nova said, warehouses can join the supply chain so you can see it from the time it started production until it hits your doorstep. What? Who doesn't want that technology? Oh my gosh. And you would just pay when you get to, say for example, you buy a product. This is the future, obviously. You buy a product, you pay a little bit extra to have this technology built in, and you just download an app. You would just download the, I don't know, Holosail Technologies app, and there it is in there. Damn, boy. So it was Holo Air that, oh my gosh, it was Air Nova, sorry, that found this absolute gem and brought it to the table. Marty, I think it'll be used in auto car drives, trucks. Things can speak in real time to avoid each other. Seriously? The fact that it's a peer-to-peer system, it runs off nodes, so it cannot be freaking hacked. I'm just thinking, like, is this like Cybernet happening? Is it actually happening? Is it Skynet from the Terminator? We are literally moving into some serious future, and I am mega excited about this. Fred Holo, is the 24-hour swearing clearance already over? No, it isn't. It's still the clearance is still there. So if you want to swear about that, seriously, it's freaking awesome. The more I read it, the more excited I get about it. Oh, is this the one about the ledger and the node? Let's just see if this is the one that I saw. You see how the node system works? That if one part of the business is infiltrated, the nodes just turn it off. So the hackers can't infiltrate any more of the business. That's gone. Business still carries on. White beans on Holo sauce. What's going on, buddy? What is that? That emoji is hilarious. I didn't even know that existed. White beans on. Oh my gosh, you absolute legend. That's so funny. White beans in Holo sauce is back in the house. Ah, dear. Today is a freaking good day, team. Right. So, plenty of information there to get your teeth in. And the website is very, very easy. It's holosailetechnologies.com. And you can view it to your heart's consent and get super excited. But the website is so fluid. I'm super excited about it anyway. Yeah, there's the warehouse, look, that Ernova was talking about, and the ports and the ships. So definitely one to be mega excited about. Now in Biharia said Maersk, new investor, Holo. Maersk is massive. A lot of the container ships here near where I live in Hull, a lot of their containers are Maersk containers. You see them everywhere. Who likes the new thumbnail of Fred? What an absolute legend. This guy, right, is a freaking hero. This is a picture that he sent me. Look at this, right? How cool is this guy? Seriously? We do need to talk quickly about Fred because, as you know, his home got attacked by freaking ice balls the size of golf balls, and I'm trying to encourage him to set up a GoFundMe page because there's a lot of us that want to donate to fix his roof of his home and hopefully pay for the insurance on his vehicle that got absolutely peppered with these balls. So Fred, pull your finger out, get that GoFundMe page going, because we've got freaking cash waiting for you to help with the repair of your house. But I mean, this plane looks sick. Seriously. So this is going to be our Holo plane, and this is the plane we'll be skydiving out of. I know there's probably only about 2 seats there, so I'll sit in the passenger seat whilst Vanaleswa and George hangs on to the sides of the wings, and then we can all skydive off together, and then Fred can go and get some more to drop us off at the Holo yacht. Okay. Oh dear. Right, Marty, am I correct in saying that Holochain have patented their network so no one else can copy it? They had to protect their work so that people cannot plagiarize it. It is an open source technology, but it's kind of, do I see it as more of like a royalty basis, that because there'd be loads of different Holos, wouldn't there? So to stop the plagiarism, they've created a US patent in order to stop that from happening. That's my understanding of it. Very basic understanding. Yes, it's open source, but they don't want people to copy it in terms of just using it willy-nilly. Why would you? Why would they want that? Seriously. Marty, that plane can land on the Holo yacht because that yacht is going to be freaking huge. All right, let's have a look at a yacht big enough for a plane to land. Do you think we can buy like a decommissioned warship? I'm actually thinking about this now. This is totally gonna be us because we'll have that bigger motors on the back of it. It'll be doing like this ride up, like oh! That looks like a fast freaking ship to me. Oh, there we go. Look, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. There's the runway for Fred. I mean, I think an aircraft carrier is probably going to be a lot of money. Whereas these must come 10 to the penny. Surely they have to. These old container ships. And we could have the freaking Holo yacht down the side here. We could have a bungee line off here so we can all bungee out. Or like a fireman's pole. It's a fireman's pole down. There's Fred in his plane. And then we're all out here freaking dancing. And then we see Fred's plane come in. So we have to like scarper to the sides of the ship real quick whilst Fred comes in to land. Vanaleswa, 17 billion. What, for a ship? I have to get some more Holo than 10 Holos, then, aren't I? I love the idea of this. This is awesome. I mean, it's kind of increased the scale of the Holo yacht from maybe this size. Maybe this size to now this. This is awesome. I like it. Plenty of room on the stand for a bar and barbecue, Chicky. Oh, team, you're hilarious. So, yeah, looks like the Holo yacht and the Holo tube is steadily increasing with some incredible people. We'll have I St. James on the decks. We'll have Vanaleswa doing all the visual lighting and video stuff. Me doing the charts talk that no one's going to be interested in because you'll all be freaking boozed up, and I'll still be on my H2O diet, getting the old water truck out. Yeah, so a lot of exciting stuff. Like, gosh, it took me 50 minutes to get through all of that. What else have we got? Let's have a look at Holochain. Let's go into the Holochain Twitter feed. It's not something we've been on for quite some time. So we'll go and have a look to see what the update is. We did actually go through this a while back, and it has been retweeted today, so they must be completely serious about it. This is a cool little animation that's happening in terms of the Holochain gym. So Holochain playground simulator showing 6 bad actors who try to stage a 60% attack through a few rounds of validating and warranting, publishing evidence of malicious activity. The 4 good actors isolate themselves from the bad actors. So that's a simulation of that occurring on the Holochain gym platform. So all of this stuff, this tech stuff, right, is all massively new to me. YK did say that he wants to see more development updates on here. So over the next few weeks, I am going to be intensively learning everything in terms of the backdoor of Holo and Holochain and Holo Fuel. So you're going to get more info than just me talking through the charts, which I get wrong 99% of the time at the minute because of the manipulation. But we still have a good laugh, team, regardless. So there's loads of stuff on here that I don't understand. And I'm sure there's a bit that says for the people that don't understand this. There we go. Can we have some updates on Holochain and Holo 2? So Holochain has been having some serious performance issues in stress testing, and it looks like it's caused by a memory leak. Oh my gosh. Just read it yourself. A memory leak. My memory's going. In Wasmer. We know that because we saw that on the devs update. There is a new standalone Bootstrap server that doesn't require you to use Holos or deploy your own cloud fare. This was created for testing, but it could be used for applications that want to run their own infrastructure. So those of you that don't know about Bootstrap, imagine there's two of you that don't know each other. Bootstrap is an intermediary that just creates a connection between you and that person you don't know, and then the Bootstrap server disappears. So it's still peer-to-peer. Did I explain that in here? Oh, here we go. If you're not familiar with the Bootstrap server, it makes introductions between peers so they can start communicating with each other. I should have just freaking carried on reading. Okay. The dev team is getting ready for the second public release of Holochain RSM, which will include all the changes since the first release in February. Many developers have been tracking the changes with the development branch. This will support developers who prefer something a bit more stable, as well as the ones who prefer not to work in Holonex. All of that is freaking new to me, so I'm going to learn all about this. So I'll probably base all of my study off this write-up. And yeah, we're going to get blown away by the technology, and we are going to be the number one place to go for everything Holo and obviously everything Bitcoin at the moment. My brain. Seriously. Can't you lot do some talking for just one night? I actually tried to get Air Nova on to talk about some of the technology, but he was busy. So one night this week, right, we're going to get Van Leswa on, and we're going to get him to talk about his wedding, because I think that's massively important. Why is everyone laughing in the chat? Now we're going to have to read back, aren't I? Oh my gosh, Map2C has fallen into the chat. What's going on, bro? This chat is just hilarious. So the aircraft carrier that Van Lesser was talking about, 17 billion, and he said, oh no, 30 billion, that's a bargain. Oh my gosh. George, come on, man. My phone is on fire tonight. It's literally on fire. I sent a few tweets and oh my gosh, Twitter is freaking alive. Liked by Power Flush Dublin. Well, we know who that is. The legend that is production manager Steve. Steve, by the way, we've got the music off because people didn't like the music in the background. So that's why we have quietness going on in the background. Red, Johnny, check Holochain. Let's chat. Okay. Okay. What's this proxy built-in video? This is interesting. It's a 1-minute video.
Is that Holochain has this proxy server ability built into it. So on Holochain, not the hosting side, I know the question was on the hosting side, but I'm trying to make this a little bit clear if I can. I hope I'm not confusing you more, but Holochain has this built in. So Holochain nodes that are on the public net can act as proxy servers for other Holochain nodes. Or you can just spin up a proxy server. You can spin up many of them, just like you can spin up root setup servers. And so as long as when you are configuring your Holochain node, you say, I want this node, this address out here to be my proxy server, it will show up on the public internet. And so there can be hundreds, thousands of proxy servers for each node. The actual solution that we will use inside of Holo, I'm not clear about yet. We haven't come up with the best way to do that, and we're working that through. But there's the essential solution will always be about creating a pool of proxy servers that nodes can go through. And there's some very fun things that we can do that I think are the right ones organizationally to do, which is to balance which kind of provider is doing that service. And so people have asked questions about, well, how are you going to prevent the big guys from taking over the space? Well, one of the answers is that we can make a requirement that the big guys must provide proxy services for free for the little guys. And so we will have both agreements technologically organizationally at the Holo level to do that, and technology to manage that and make it super easy to say, okay, you're going to spin up N proxy nodes for the smaller guys when you get to this particular size that you're hosting your stuff on. And so it's fun. It's nice because we get to balance this both from our standpoint of the kind of relationships that we want to engender in the world and from the technological side.
Right. Yeah, I've got a lot of learning to do, haven't I? What was that about? Does it have candles? Does proxy servers have candles? Do they have red candles and green candles? Wow, that's intense. These people are so freaking clever, team. Yeah. I mean, those of you that understand proxy servers, I'm guessing it's really, really cool. I'm guessing that is really, really exciting. Yeah, we know about that. We know about that. Right, I think that covers the Twitter feed. Right, let's just see if I can find that that 17-year resistance. So we can have a chat about that. No, I can't find it. I can usually find stuff really, really easy, but no, I can't seem to find it. I'll keep looking. But let's go across to hot on the 15-minute and just see what's doing, because we haven't looked at it for a while. Yeah, I mean, in terms of volume, to be fair, it's fine. We're above. If you look at that 15-minute, we are above the 21 and the 55, which means that we do have room to fly up to that 200. What might be a good idea actually is to bring the MACD up. We haven't used the MACD in some time. So yeah, we could see in the short term a movement back down to the downside. Hopefully we don't tip below that 55 EMA. Let's have a look at Bollinger. Bollinger Bands. Yeah, so we are up above the medium of the Bollinger Band. So technically what happens is this center line, the candles want to be on this center line, but there is a range up and down. So if it dips below this center line, the Bollinger Band, it could mean that we're seeing a 0.0054 hot. And that's what it's been doing for some time because of the low volatility that's been going on. And then the upper, before it has to retrace back down, is that 0.0056. So Bollinger Bands are really, really good in this scenario because you can kind of gauge where it's going to go if it does peak below this Bollinger Band, how low we could probably look at going. And looking at the relative strength index, it does make sense. Relative strength index is in the center. The Bollinger Band or the candle is touching that center Bollinger. And you've got your upper and lower. So if it does break down, we could see the candles coming down to that 5.4, and then your relative strength index going below that 30, and then dipping back up to the center Bollinger, hopefully breaking through and going to that upper line. So on TradingView, it's great to use your tools to see what happens. And here's a great example. Look, you see how we was up above that Bollinger, came back into the center and then broke below it. It just touched that bottom Bollinger line before coming back up to the center, playing about with it, and then broke above it, went to the top of the Bollinger Band or the upper Bollinger Band, back to the center, broke down below it. Relative strength index was down at the 30, so wanted to go back into the center, and then we've had no volume ever since. They are great tools for you to have a look at to work out what's going on. So yeah, the volume isn't there. So if we do get a break to the upside in the short term, it's only probably going to touch this 5.567, maybe break out a bit more to the upper Bollinger. But to be fair, for the past couple of hours, we've not had any volume whatsoever. And that is proving the fact with Bitcoin, that Bitcoin on the daily is not up or down any percentage, it's at 0. So we're staying pretty chill. And we did say that we're probably going to see some sideways action for the next few days, and it's playing out just like that. It is just playing out, plain and simple, just chilling. Not a lot is happening. Just waiting for that retracement back to the upside with the Wyckoff accumulation. It's really that easy today, team. Once again, it's just freaking boring. Crypto space is boring as heck. Marty, proxy server acts as an intermediary between two clients. That's your peer-to-peer then, isn't it? That's what it is. Pretty exciting stuff. So this is what I'm going to do in the background over the next few weeks, is that I'm going to learn the technology side of things so that we can talk more tech, because that's what YK wants. And rightly so. We need to be really switching on to the technology, because if we don't, we're going to get left behind now. So there we go, team. That's your Saturday update done. Is there any other discussions that we want to talk about? Is there anything else? Let me see if I can find that. Let me just see if I can find that chat. Let me just play some relaxing music. Whilst I can try and find this chat, because I'm really desperate to talk about it. What? Team, have you seen that? Holo Technologies Inc. in the freaking live chat. What? No freaking way. This is like huge. Holochain Technologies Inc., you freaking legends. Thank you so much for supporting Holo and believing in the Holochain technology for one. Like, we are massive freaking fans. We are a great community and you are more than welcome here. Wow. I'm literally blown away by this. Obviously, we've got to make them mod, haven't we? Because, like, it's probably one of our first official freaking companies. Damn. There we go. Holochain Technologies Inc. now being made moderator. You absolute freaking legends. Seriously, we're excited about your technology. I'm going to learn so much more about it. It was Air Nova that introduced me to it, as you've probably been listening to. So it's brand new. But seriously, that is freaking massive news. Wow. Don't even know what to say right now. What? Oh my gosh. Right, whilst I'm trying to collect my thoughts, let me see if I can find this chat. Can't cope. I can't cope with this. Lots more to come. We'll be in touch. Oh my god. We would love to have you on the live. That would be amazing. What just happened there? Right, because we introduced Holochain, what just happened to the price? Why did it just freaking shoot up there? Oh my gosh. Seriously. This is actually some great volume coming in whilst we're chatting. I mean, I don't know what happened here. I wasn't looking at it. I'm gonna have to like replay the video. 2108. I'll have to go back to 2106 and just see what happened. Oh, it's just suddenly gone from 0.1% to now plus 0.1%. Emailing it to myself and then we'll stick it on the screen. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Holochain updates. Oh my gosh, seriously, get switched on to this company because I mean, can we invest in Holochain Technologies? I don't really want to miss out on an opportunity of an investment opportunity for that company. Can we invest in you, Holosail Technologies Inc.? Wow. George, I'm nervous when Holo takes off as I don't want this chat to change. It won't. We've got that many mods for a reason. For the trolls when they start coming in. I don't think it's ever going to change. How can it change, right? I don't understand how these YouTubers can talk for so long and not... What's the word? We'll turn this down. And not engage in the chat and wait for people to pay money in order for them to answer questions. Like, all right, I understand that they do it as their living. I get that. But come on. Seriously? Like, is ad revenue not enough for them? Right. Here it is. I've managed to steal this from Crypto's live discussion today. Well, it wasn't a live discussion. Pre-recorded video from today. And it shows the previous two bull runs. So technically, this is where we are here. Back in 2012. There, back in 2016, 17. And then this is the top of the first bull cycle. This is the top of the second bull cycle. And this is the projected 17-year resistance line that it hasn't gone past. And what some of the experts are saying is that that was the top at the 62,000. But it doesn't sit right. Like what Crypto was saying, this was our first rollover or our Wyckoff. Back here in 2017 was our Wyckoff. And then back here in 2012-13 was our Wyckoff. And what they're saying is, and what Crypto is saying, is we have never been in this position. If this is the case, this will be the smallest bull run we have seen in cryptocurrency history. But there's so many other factors that's involved in this. One being the fact that we haven't experienced this massive fiat printing. We have not experienced the pandemic that we are in. So this could be the year where we break out of this 17-year resistance. I think we're going to do it. To be fair, this line doesn't look right to me. I think it should be more of a, rather than it going almost to a horizontal line here, that kind of should go up like this. To be fair. So they've created that line based on this first rollover, which is here. So please don't take people's future prospects as gospel. You've got to look at the charts. You've got to do your own research. The curve just looks wrong to me, in my eyes. It flattens off too quickly. It's going to go more up that way, which would take you nicely to your 230,000 top line for this bull cycle. So thank you, Crypto, for this great information. Seriously, what happened there? What? Why did Bitcoin get some negative pressure or some selling pressure whilst hot? Had this huge wick to the upside. Everything's dropping right now apart from hot. Matty, have you seen the logarithmic regression bands for Bitcoin going now? Okay, is this what you're talking about? Right, let's try and understand this. So, 2013, 2017. Okay, this one's quite old because it takes us back to late 2020. There must be a newer one. Okay, so it's kind of the same trend line that Crypto was talking about, and that's what it looks like. Wonder if it's something that I could actually create using a curve line. I'm so unconvinced at this though. It looks wrong. It just looks wrong. This bit here doesn't look right to me. It's gonna do more. It's gonna do more like that. Yeah, takes us to our 230. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't look right. Why is the thickness getting thinner here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. No! No, it's not right, team. It's not right, right? They're thinning it out, right? So here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in between the bottom and the top. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks between the bottom and the top. The bottom here, 1, 2, 3, 4 would take us above there. So technically we could actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm staying with it. I'm freaking staying with it, team. That's not right. Look at how it's 4 blocks all the way through. And then I told you they freaking thinned it out. The schneidy little whales trying to manipulate us to think this is it. No, I knew it was wrong. Right, and that's just answered it for me. I knew it got thinner. Come on. So yes, it goes higher. It comes up here. 230,000. Thank you very much, team. As that gets higher, that's going to push that price up to there, 14,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that 240,000. We're freaking in it, team. Seriously, that's just got me even more freaking excited. Once again, nobody has seen that other than us. That is a freaking first. Manipulation sucks. They just think we're stupid. They do think we are freaking stupid. But we're not stupid on the Holotube. We watch this every single day. We're on pretty much every single day. I still can't believe Holochain Technologies Inc. actually came into the live chat. Like, what is going on? Who next? That's huge. That is massive. That company is freaking massive. Seriously? Wow. Team, you lot are awesome. If it wasn't for you, we would seriously, if it wasn't collectively for all of us, we would not have such a well-respected company coming into our live chat. It's as simple as that. There is no other explanation to it. And hence the reason for Robo Johnny Stang. And the great work that he does in muting people that swear, although there is a 24-hour hall pass which does run out in, when is it? I think it's about an hour's time. Evan, looks like a dark room in there, Johnny. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Pretty dark right now. I'm intrigued as to what's happening right now with HOT. This is the first time that HOT hasn't responded to Bitcoin and Ethereum dropping. What is going on? Cardano's followed. Doge has followed. XRP's followed. DOT has followed. Matic has followed. VeChain has followed. Shiba hasn't. Crow has followed. Engine Coin and 1inch is definitely something I'll be watching very, very closely tonight. Jordy, maybe they have an address for a big yacht. Maybe they have a container ship that they could sell to us cheap. Maybe this is like the start of an amazing partnership between the Holotube and Holochain. Come on. Right, so looking at the Bollinger Bands team. So we're back in the center line of the Bollinger Band. Bitcoin is at the lower end. The lower Bollinger. Ethereum was quite low down, heading back up to the center. Cardano did touch the lower Bollinger Band. Interesting. Same as Doge. XRP. DOT. Matic. I mean, if this is recovering, is this going to push HOT further up? I think it is, you know, to the upper Bollinger, which would be nice. Excellent. Okay, I'm super excited about this weekend now. Super excited. What you've got to remember is that when Bitcoin does have these minor sell-offs, when you're on your trading view, one thing that is quite important for you to look at is these higher lows. All right, so currently it is following that trend to the upside, which is what it should be doing in relation to the Wyckoff accumulation. So we could actually see this trend line playing out. For how long, I don't know. But all it's done is it's resetting its relative strength index on the 15-minute. The 1 hour should actually look really good. I mean, it could be a more steady approach. It could be something like this. Who knows? And this is very interesting on the MACD as well. The reversal has only really just started. I don't know. It's difficult to speculate when the chart is being heavily manipulated, which is really sad because I'd love to give you some really good future data, but there is nothing other than 42,000 being your iron wall and 22,000 potentially being your bottom. If it does turn out to be a bearish scenario for Bitcoin, which doesn't really help any of us, sadly. The only thing that does help us at this moment in time is the accumulation phase of the Wyckoff analysis. That is the only thing that we have to go on. Sadly, the Steve chart failed when we got the break downwards. So where it's about this stage here. I know I can't put my cursor onto the onto that image, sadly, but yeah, due to the manipulation and the Wyckoff, it did break the legendary Steve chart. So now we're running off this accumulation Wyckoff pattern. But the Steve chart did serve us extremely well, and maybe I can have a re-look at it in detail and determine whether it actually is still in play. El Toro is not happy with that news. It served us well for about 6 weeks though, team. Seriously. Steve still is and always will be a legend of this show. So, keep in mind, we're at a critical stage. We are currently running in a descending triangle, which starts here. And I could probably give you a more detailed view of that. There it is. So there is your descending triangle. And if it turns out that it becomes bearish, it's not right, it's down here. If it turns out that it does become bearish, then yes, we could see us heading towards that 23,000 mark. It's not exact science, but if we go to the upside, we could see a nice jump up above that 40,000 mark, which takes us nicely into that throwback. So if we do at this point say here, for example, get that throwback, and then push us through, that takes us into section or phase D of the accumulation phase, the Wyckoff pattern. And then we would be retesting the 42,000. And then we are go-go. So it kind of has to play out like this now. Come to the top, retest the resistance line of that descending triangle. Come back and test one more time before breaking out up to that 40,000 mark. And then retesting this old level of support at 36,000, and then breaking through the 42,000, retesting the 42,000, and then disappearing back up and testing the all-time high again. Who knows? Fred, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? We don't know. We honestly don't know when we're going to be looking at that 40,000. This clearly is not to scale, so don't take it as gospel and think, oh my gosh, by the 2nd of July, we could be back at 40. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just based Wyckoff. It's never exact. You can see that first stage, this stage here, how low it actually went. The bottom of that... the bottom of phase A actually came down to here. Can you see that? That wick came right down. So although the candles are following the Wyckoff pattern, the wicks necessarily don't have to, which is really frustrating. So there is no date, unfortunately. It's all down to the manipulation that's going on. So the manipulators that are the whales are the ones that make the decision as to when we're going up or if we're going back down to that, sadly, 22,000 mark, which then invalidates the Wyckoff analysis. And then we've got to go back into another accumulation phase. Because if we do that, this invalidates and you see this happening, and then you'll get again your Wyckoff accumulation pattern happening. Sadly. All right, which could take us again into the end of July, and then we discuss August and September. So we really, really don't want this descending triangle to play out. Marty just tweeted you something, might have been interesting, might not. I'll have a look at that in a second. What if you come from Jordy? What if you compare the head on the Steve chart with the spring on the Wyckoff pattern? Interesting. Bro, I like it. I'm just going to show you something that Fred sent me. This is exactly what I was thinking about. Oh my gosh. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think that's going to be used tomorrow during our next live chat session. That will be tomorrow's thumbnail. Am I even on tomorrow? No, I've said that. I think I'm at work. I'll have to double check, team. But that is absolutely hilarious, Fred. You absolute legend. Right. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Steve chat. The Steve chat. If the Be World event with Elon Musk as speaker is going to be great, we'll pump in July 21. Let's hope that's going to happen. John M, what is this about the second release of the Holochain RSM? Well, I think they've gone back to the old one because of the WASM. There was problems with the WASM, so they've moved back to the old one for testing and probably retesting the new Holochain RSM. That's straight from my brain, so don't quote me on that. But what you said there did actually spark something in my brain that was like, I do remember that discussion that we had about the WASM. This bit here, Holochain has been having some issues, performance issues in stress testing, and it looks like it's being caused by a memory leak in, WASMA, not WASM, WASMA, the virtual machine that runs HAP DNAs. So that's why they've moved from that one to this one. From what I can remember, I think that's the reasoning behind it. John M, I don't think it's anything to be of concern about. Right, they really used that in Korea in 1952 to 1953. Wow. Jordy, the movie Drop Dead Fred makes sense now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I really need to remember my login details on my PC for Twitter because I can't remember it. But I can find this feed that Marty has sent to me. So the most tether in the history of Bitcoin has moved onto exchanges. The previous record high was right before Tesla announced their buy. Net transfer volume from two exchanges, all exchanges, which is huge. So reading the comments at the side, somebody's put there, that's the thing. Can this be the reason we see highest Bitcoin USD short? Good question. I don't think anybody wants to see that one. Hold on to your butts. I mean, yes, it is interesting. There we go. Whales know things. Whales do know things. This guy, right, Renaud, is extremely clever. There's a lot of like 50-50 conversations going on here. I don't know what it's actually going to do for Bitcoin. if I'm honest. Shorts are about to get wrecked. That is short squeeze or major capitulation on the way we don't want. We don't want people capitulating, thank you very much. It's definitely an interesting, it's making that much of a difference to the Bitcoin chart. Okay, Marty, that makes sense. This is the thing, when I look at new data, I'll just sit there and I'll just read for ages. And just try and figure out what this means. I mean, when Tesla said they were going to use Bitcoin for payment system, did it actually pump that high? I can't even remember. Back off to the upside or near. When we get that throwback, we are going to see a tweet from Elon, if I'm honest. I think we will start seeing those tweets coming back, which are, of course, if we get the breakout, going to be bullish. Interesting. Don't know. Gonna have to do more research on it, team, if I'm honest. Geordie, my jump master told me before I made my first jump, if you do it wrong, you only do it once. Oh my gosh. Is that while she was in the plane, Geordie? Like, yeah, I did see that actually. He tweeted about BTC maximalist and other day and nothing happened. He tweeted about Shiba and that flew up, didn't it? Which was really interesting. The sheep brigade responded to Elon. I'm still kind of tempted just to put a little bit in Shiba. Because if we do take off, you could actually make some serious gains. But it's kind of done nothing for such a long time. Maybe it's waiting. It's waiting for us to put a few dollars in. Ready to go back up to the upside. Or maybe not. The longer the base, team. Yo, if we go down and down in 25, it's going to be a great year, but I already bought my yacht on Afterpay. Love it. Right. I think that takes us to a natural close. What time is it? It's 9:45. I know it's 10:45 for you lot in the Netherlands. Honestly, what an absolutely fantastic night again we've had. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm still sticking with the Wyckoff accumulation, but if we do see some serious downward momentum, team, please brace yourself. If you're gonna hodl, then good luck. But I am bullish. That's all I can say. I am bullish. So let's hope we see that rise to the upside like it should be doing as per the end of phase C of the accumulation into phase D. Kind of looks like it to me. I mean, could we argue the facts that we're seeing here some sort of inverse head and shoulders? It's not brilliant, but if that's what we are seeing, it would take us, gosh. It could take us up to that 33,400, above the 200, and then that would make that triangle a bit lower than expected. I don't know. Could actually see it happening fairly soon. Breakout to the upside. And then it doesn't have to be perfect, does it? So you could see it come up like we've seen here, and then come back to that line, and then come up. Maybe. I'm speculating. That's what I do. Don't know, team. George, all my Shiba comes out of Earn on the 4th of September. You're going to be moving that across to Hot or what? That's interesting, Jordy. This is what I love about this community. Like, people just saying stuff out loud that I've probably missed. Like, I've only got one freaking brain. This is what I love about it. In the date Grayscale unlocks the Bitcoin fund's got something to do with it. Whales want their price speaking publicly. They only buy at 24k range. Interesting. Funds are holding 16,000 Bitcoin. Oh, big stretch. Yeah. $16,000 Bitcoin is a big cap. It's a huge cap. Yeah. I've got a lot of research to do, haven't I, before we talk again? Bro. They're still here. Kanjas from Robert. Right, team. Run out of things to say. I think we're done for tonight. I'll figure out if I'm at work tomorrow night or not. I don't know. I'll have to look at my rota to see if I am. I think I am. Thinking about it. I think I am. But seriously, what a freaking awesome night. Just to recap, we've gone through Bitcoin, the Wyckoff accumulation. We've discussed Holo and the Bollinger Bands. We've gone through the Holochain updates. Oh my gosh, there's just freaking so much that we've done tonight. I can't even cope. We've discussed Holochain Technologies Inc. Please do your research on them because this could be huge. Certainly for Holo Fuel and certainly for us as investors. That is one big freaking company, and their last message on the live chat was lots more to come. We will be in touch. So looking forward to the updates from Holochain Technologies Inc. They are now tagged as moderators, so when they do come into the live chat or they come into the live to say there's an update, you know that it's them and not any imposter that's trying to play with us. F1 tomorrow, Austria. I am red bullish. Do you know what? I might actually stay up to date with the Formula One. Really should get into some kind of sport, because I feel like you lot know so much about F1, about football, about rugby, and I'm just like, what are they talking about? I didn't even know it was the UEFA Cup. I thought it was the World Cup. Matu, yeah, we could be getting a few exclusives from them. Hopefully we will. Like, I just cannot believe it. I just cannot believe that freaking happened. Which is ace. So, team, you've been great. I'll hopefully I'll speak to you tomorrow. If not, then it will be back to normal Monday night, 8 p.m. I always have the best fun. We always have the best chats. So, thanks, Fred, for the thumbnail. It'll stay there now forever, because when I cut this stream off and start the new one, that picture of you will be going into the archives. And get that GoFundMe page going, Fred, because I want to donate. George wants to donate. And I'm sure a lot of other people do want to help you out after the horrific circumstances of the damage to your home. So, right. Crypto is like F1. Oh my gosh. Vanaless was going to donate as well. So, right. Fred, you've got to do it now. Create that GoFundMe page, please, so we can help you out, brother. Right. Go in. See you. John is saying it will as well. Look. There we go. Right. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Monday night, 8 p.m. You're awesome. Take care. Stay out of trouble. And until then, peace.
Show me a lesson and I've learned it. Show me a bridge, I probably burned it. Show me $1, yeah, I've earned it. I used to waste it. Show me whiskey, I still taste it. Show me hell, and hell, I've raised it. That's just who I've always been. If I could go back somehow and get one more time around, give me one more time around the sun, I'd take it, I'd run around this blue rock and give it all I got. I'd live and let live, forget and forgive. Please don't give up on me now. Give me one more time. Still got things I need to do here. A lot of air I need to get clear. A lot of love, a little less fear. Lift up all of those I let down. Give me one more time around the sun. I'd take it, I'd run around this blue rock and give it all. I'd live and let live, forget and forgive. Please don't give up on me now. Give me one more time around. Give me something I can live for. Give me a chance so I can give more. Heaven knows what I'd give for one more time around. One more time around the sun, I'd take it, I'd run around this blue rock and give it all I got. I'd live and let live, forget and forgive. Please don't give up on me now. Give me one more time around. One more time around. Sunburned paint still reads 98 state champs on that water tower. Well, kids still hang at the old flat bank, cruise that Friday night strip for hours, kinda like a small town. There's Glen Mill Road where the years move slow. Ain't much changed since our first kiss. I've seen city lights, and man, I saw the light. Now, let me tell you now, I admit, kinda like this small town. It ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. It took some coming around, but I'm figuring out you're where I wanna be right now. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, kinda like this small town. On your front steps, that day I left, you played me like a rock and roll song. 'Cause you just laughed and said, find your way back. I guess you knew it all along, that you were right where I belong. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, it ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. It took some coming around, but I'm figuring out you're where I wanna be right now. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, kinda like this small town. Come on. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, I kinda like this small town. Kinda like this small town. How it ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. Not a worry around, nowhere more proud, nowhere else you'd wanna settle down. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, I kinda love this small town. I saw her flying there by the dawn's early light. A little tired, a little tore up, still hurting from the fight. And then it hit me. You ain't gotta pick a side. You can love your fellow man and still have pride. 'Cause we're all stitched together like the red, white, and blue. Might be a little bit different, but we're all the same too. 'Cause the stars piece of cloth on your grandma's porch that gave us that American dream to be anything that we want to be. It don't matter where you are, from a one-room church to an uptown bar. Don't care if you're black or white or who you love. I stand for the flag, and the flag stands for all of us. For the teachers of today, for the leaders of tomorrow, for long-haul driving truckers, rolling all night hauling cargo. The banker pays the farmer who feeds the factory working man, while a preacher talks to Jesus about his son in Afghanistan. We all need each other like an apple needs a pie, and that's just another day in this American life. 'Cause the stars and stripes are so much more than that old piece of cloth on your grandma's porch. It gave us that American dream to be anything that we want to be. 'Cause it don't matter where you are, from a one-room church to an uptown bar. Don't care if you're black or white or who you love. I stand for the flag, and the flag stands for all of us. I stand for showing kindness, treating everyone with love. Be proud of who you are, and don't forget where you came from. 'Cause the stars and stripes mean so much more than that old piece of cloth on your grandma's porch. It gave us that American dream to be anything that we want to be. And it don't matter where you are, from a one-room church to an uptown bar. Don't care